Now, as many of you know, I'm claiming through a company called McCams, M-C-A-M-S. Then I'm going to Google that. And what they do, they specialise in motorcycle accidents. So I was recommended to do that by Dobles and other motorcycle dealers. Dealers have rated them 98% on Google, so they've been quite highly recommended. And but yeah, they've been really good. I filled out my solicitor's form from Armstrong Solicitors. I put all the my accident on video onto a memory stick because it's on YouTube, and a lot of places don't. You know, offices, they block YouTube access, and they did with mine. But yeah, and then so they start running. And I put pictures of my ankle in there as well, so they can have a look. No, don't turn, good boy. Yeah, so have a look at my accident and go from there. Now the bike itself was a write-off. It came to £1,800 worth of damage. I'm sure I can get the pictures of the damage report from Dobles. And so I had two options. There's £1,800. The salvage value was £1,180. So I had a choice of two things: taking the bike back, and I'll lose £180, so I'll get like £1,650 back, and then I've got to fix it all up myself. Or I get £1,800, which is just under, it's like 1795 or 1765 or some shizness like that. So I chose to give the bike up. So I'm a bit superstitious, and I think the bike is bad luck now. So I gave the bike up, took the £180 Dobles, and the insurers are going for McCams is going for the rest. Obviously I had to let my insurer know they've cancelled the policy. Something I shouldn't have, because I could have just transferred the and just not tell them. I made that stupid fucking dick. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's going to happen. I'm going for a personal injury claim. I mean, I only had one day off work, which was the actual accident itself. I'm trying to get the bike sorted. Told the insurance company they've cancelled the policy. Like I said, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I needed to tell them because part of the policy with my insurer is I have breakdown cover, and I was able to use the breakdown cover to recover the bike back to Dobles. So I could have told porcupines, but I don't really like to lie like that. But yeah. Now McCams himself. Whoa. Wasn't sure that guy was prepared for that. Yeah, McCams, they're a really good company. I've been in touch with no one ever becomes involved in an accident. You know, it's a bit of a silly thing to say, because eventually everyone will. McCams, as we all know, they specialise in motorcycle accidents. And one thing they were really, really happy about was it was on video. Because no one stopped for me, no one helped me out. I think it's because I got straight back up. If I was rolling in pain, I'm sure someone would be Superman all of a sudden and help me, but no one did. And as you saw the video, it was rush hour, there were people around. It's called the bystander effect. I'll talk about that later. Now the cams, they're so sure I'm in the right, even though some people will say, overtaken on the junction, fair enough, that's a good point. But they are so sure I'm in the right, because he did not indicate. He admitted there's two other videos for the one I put on YouTube. It's just because it's irrelevant. He does admit. And we were there for about half an hour, 45 minutes, I think it was, and he admitted on a further 3 or 4 times it was a last minute decision and he didn't indicate. So as far as McCams starts showing, he's banked rights. Now McCams gave me a unique reference number, and I got Doble was replacing my helmet free of charge, so he charged it to McCams. And the very next day, my courtesy bike came. Now I asked if I could have an automatic, hence the injury, so they gave me a Yamaha X-Max 250, as some people who follow me on Facebook would see. It's so I can shrink my crutches, put it in the seat, and I don't have to worry about using my right foot. So I put my left foot down, put my right foot down if I need to, because it was quite, didn't feel no pain or anything like that, so it was alright. Had that for about a week or so, 2 weeks since I had the crutches, and as soon as I came off the leg support, on the phone to McCams, I said, "Is there any chance I can get a manual 600?" Because they always, if you know, they always replace the bike. The courtesy bike is usually always the equivalent of what you've had. So if you had a litre bike, they would usually give you a litre bike as a courtesy, and so forth. So I said, yeah, it's all good. Next day, I got this XJ6, full fared XJ6. I was expecting a naked one. There's minor damage. There's a minor few scratches to the side. Someone has come off at low speed on this. Well, the X-Max was quite a good bike. It was a 64 plate, so it was only like a month or two old, and it only done 900 miles. It was a nice smooth ride, but it was a 250, and I wanted to take a bit more, so I could just go like that with, in case I need to get out, you know. And that's where the XJ6 comes in. It's a heavy little beast, and it's fed. The foot was very twitchy. I mean, if I start twisting the foot now, nothing, all of a sudden it will just kick in. So you've got to wind it a little bit. It does go. I mean, if you look, I'll twist it now. Oh no, it don't work. And what I didn't realise, they probably did tell me this, I probably wasn't listening, it's in kilometres. So I was cruising down the road, I looked down at my speedo, and all of a sudden it said 70. I was like, shit! And I realised, I looked a bit closer once I stopped, it's in kilometres. Well, I can't remember, I keep forgetting what 30 miles is, in 30 miles per hour is in kilometres, and I keep forgetting what 40 is, keep forgetting what 60 is. I know people are going to tell me in the comments, but I'll forget. Because that's who I am. But yeah, so that's my story. I am fine. Any post-traumatic stress, not much, except for when I'm filtering. Especially when I'm filtering on this, because it's a heavy lump. But it's very comfortable. It's probably the most comfortable bike I've ever sat on. And it's very low. So it's good for small people, and I can get both feet on the ground and my legs are nicely bent as well. It's a good seat position. Only downside is the exhaust points out to the right, like the Kawasaki R6. So the exhaust is actually underneath the bike, not like sticking out or underneath the seat or anything like that. But I would get one. But I would get the naked one, because they brought out a naked one of these now. I did have a thing for fed bikes, but I kind of like naked ones now. But I'm not hoping to be paid out on any claim until after the new year. We're getting Christmas just around the corner. So, yeah, that's my story. And I just want to say thank you for all the comments on my crash as well. It's never nice when you see a fellow biker crash. And I do appreciate all the comments. Hopefully I'll be doing a bit more vlogs, because I want to go.